Number 17, Taylor Hopkins. Pitching this afternoon for EMU, number 22, Luke Russo.
For the first time since the 2015 season, Ohio University baseball has scored double-digit runs in back-to-back-to-back ball games. Ohio scored 12 runs, and then 14 runs in this series. That is 38 runs to Eastern Michigan's 20. Ohio's going for the 4-game sweep over EMU for the second season in a row. It is Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to those of you that are celebrating. Happy Sunday to those of you that aren't. But all of us, hopefully it's a happy Sunday all the way around as Ohio University baseball tries to get to 17-15 and 11-9 on the season against the Eastern Michigan Eagles, who come in with a mark that is right around 500 as well. The Eagles come into the ball game with that league ledger. In the last 10 games, they've been 4-6 overall this season, 13-19 and 9-10 in Mid-American Conference play. And on a sun splash but chilly Sunday in Southeast Michigan, it's time for Bobcat baseball. Hi, friends. I'm Russ Eisenstein. Time to visit with head coach Craig Moore in advance of this final game of the series, Ohio and Eastern Michigan.
Chance for a sweep today, Ohio and Eastern Michigan. Time to visit with head coach Craig Moore. Wow, the offense. Did you see this coming at all?
Yeah, I mean, we've been putting up runs, all year long.
In this number, I mean, this is beyond what you got. I mean, this is rare air.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, anytime you go, 3 straight games with double digits, and then, and you have guys that are just, getting extra base hits. Mason Minzie goes 6 for 6 yesterday. That's like, doesn't happen every day, So, we knew we had the ability, the capability with our lineup, with our guys that we have in the lineup on a day-to-day basis, that we have the chance to be offensive.
Is hitting contagious?
Yes, 100%. I think if a guy in front of you is getting hits and a guy behind is getting hits, I think it's just kind of like, well, maybe I need to step up and maybe a little bit be locked in or focused at the plate a little bit more, And so I definitely think that hitting is contagious. I think it builds momentum, too, for the offensive lineup.
The key to this here is this is happening after you got that big win. I know you didn't want the split against Toledo, but that was such a big victory to at least from a max standpoint, to roll it into this weekend. This is more of a talking point than a question. This is such a big weekend to do what you guys are doing in the confines of the entire conference race.
No, absolutely. To get the series win up here, now we own tiebreakers over 2 teams. 2 teams that are going to be either with us or ahead of us, I think. And so that's good to have. But if we could get like the message on the bus, before we came to the field today was the opportunity to, continue to gain in the standings at the same time separate ourselves too.
Minzy in the 6 for 6. What have you seen from his performance, and what impressed you the most about yesterday?
Well, Mason's just locked in right now. He's seeing the ball really, really well, and just his ability to continue to barrel up balls. And even when he gets into 2-strike counts, he's still up there looking to do damage. And that's what he did yesterday.
Roeder on the mound for you to start. What do you expect from him?
I expect another competitive performance from Brendan. Like we had last weekend. And so, he's going to go out there and all we've asked him to do is just, pound the strike zone, And like I said, I told the pitching staff, that it's not the hits that hurt you. It's what happens before the hits. It's the walk. It's the hit by pitch. It's the wild pitch that advances the runner. That's what hurts you. It's not the base hits. I mean, it's hard to get 3 hits in a row to score, 3 singles in a row to score a run, It's the other stuff that hurts you, So that was kind of the message to them was just, go out there, attack the zone. This is a good offense. This is a good team. This team's going to win a lot of games moving forward, in terms of Eastern Michigan. But it's just, go out there, force contact, let your defense play for you, and then we'll kind of see where we're at the end of the game.
On the way out here, Easter, for those that are celebrating, happy Easter to everyone. It's Passover weekend as well. There's a lot of stuff here. It's tough in this game because you've got a family, you've got kids, you've got a wife, and having this holiday and all that stuff, it's a tough balance, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I talked to my wife and boys earlier this morning. They were getting ready to go to Easter service and whatnot. And, just about 95% of the conferences in the country play Thursday, Friday, Saturday setups this weekend to give the kids Sunday off to get a chance to go to those services and celebrate a special day, and things of that. It is tough, but it's, like I said, it's part of the job. We miss out on a lot of things as coaches and players in terms of just what the normal folk get to celebrate.
You'll make it all worthwhile with the win and the sweep. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Russ. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Craig Moore. I'm Russ Eisenstein. Baseball next. Ohio and Eastern Michigan. This is Bobcat Baseball. Bobcat Baseball is presented by McDonald's, People's Bank, Union Street Diner, Go-Mart, Steak and Shake, Integrated Services, Qdoba, Hugh White, and CareSource. If you're ready, here are today's starting lineups. First for the visitors from Athens, and head coach Craig Moore. Ooh, that's coming in a little hot. Leading off and playing in center field, Isaiah Peterson. Batting second, right fielder A.J. Roush. Hitting third baseman Colin Kasperbauer. Mason Minzy went 6 for 6 yesterday. He catches, he's cleanup. Hitting fifth, left fielder Spencer Harbert. In the sixth hole, DH Alex Finney. Hitting seventh, second baseman Michael Richardson. Hitting eighth, first baseman Cale Baker. Nick Dolan rounds out the lineup. He's at short. On the mound for the Bobcats, Brendan Roeder. Roeder on the mound for Ohio. Roeder is making his fifth start, his ninth appearance. He is 2-1 with a 2.45 ERA. Now for Eric Roof and the Eastern Michigan Eagles, leading off playing center field, Shane Easter. Yeah, he's leading off and playing in center on Easter Sunday. Daniel Workington hits second. Hitting third, left fielder Matt Kirk. Cleanup, DH Brady Hubie. Hitting fifth, catcher Aaron Dolney. Hitting sixth, right fielder Logan Hugo. In the seventh spot, first baseman Gabe Denton. Will Oberg hits eighth. He plays at third. And rounding out the lineup and playing at shortstop is Taylor Hopkins. On the mound for the Eagles is Luke Russo. He's a junior. He's a righty. He's 1-0 with a 7.71 ERA. This is his fifth appearance. This is his second start. He's thrown just 9 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 6 walks, 16 strikeouts. Ohio trying for back-to-back seasons of sweeps over EMU. And this would be an opportunity to just add on to the win total that the Bobcats have had. And they'll try to do that same thing that they did over the last couple of games
today. It is a beautiful Sunday, albeit chilly, but it is dry, it is sunny, and it is time for baseball in Ypsilanti, Michigan, as Isaiah Peterson takes one outside at 1:01 with a game time temperature of 40 degrees. Real feel chillier than that. Next one popped up foul, third base side out of play. Peterson hits .345. He's got 3 homers and 23 runs batted in. Ohio in the series has outscored Eastern 38-20. Next one misses inside to the left-handed hitter. 2-1 is the count. Ohio has out-hit EMU 41-29. Peterson takes one up and away. 3-1 is the count. Next one from Russo. Fouled back to the screen. This has been as impressive of an offensive run that Ohio's had in some time. And we'll get into some of the numbers here. But it's been a while since Ohio scored double digits in back-to-back and back-to-back games in 4 games. If Ohio does it today, that'd be the first time in a long time. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Peterson goes down on strikes. First down of the ball game. Here's A.J. Roush, who started it off on the defensive side yesterday with a heck of a play. So Peterson's now 5 for 16 in the series. A.J. Roush is 2 for 12. A.J., right-handed hitter, offers at the first one and fouls it off. Hitting .306 with 4 homers and 27 runs batted in. Ohio swept these guys last year, trying to do the same thing this year. 0-1, missed outside, but it's called a strike. It is 0-2. Dimensions here haven't changed since we started the series. That'd be something. 330-ish down the lines, 375 to the alleys, 390 straightaway center. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. That certainly was a strike, and that was a good pitch. And that's how we start this thing off today. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. Colin back over 400 as a hitter now. A homer and 25 runs batted in. What's he doing in the series, you ask? Colin is 8 for 13. Second highest hit total. Second to Mason Minzy, who went 6 for 6 yesterday. 0-1 is the count on Colin Kasperbauer. Right on left with 2 gone and the bases cleared, top of the first. And the pitch hooks in there for a strike. It is 0-2. Russo appears to have good stuff, but he hasn't worked all that much. 9 1/3 innings of work to this point. 0-2 the count, 2 gone, bases cleared, top of 1. Lost the handle on that and missed it outside. 1-2. Bobcats last year in the series won 6-3, 4-3, 2-1, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's 3 strikeouts to start it off for Luke Russo. That same sort of thing happened yesterday. Every out up until the 4th inning was a strikeout, and that was a saga for sure, all part of the rich tapestry that was yesterday's 6 hours of baseball here at O-Strike Stadium. We're presented by McDonald's with 4 locations in Athens, 2 in Athens, 1 in Nelsonville, 1 in the Plains. Ohio nothing, Eastern Michigan coming up. Happy Sunday, happy Easter, happy all that. This is Bobcat Baseball. Brendan Roeder set to go for Ohio. Sioux City, Iowa native. Brendan Roeder, 6'5", 210. Right-hander ready to go. Brendan Roeder for Ohio to start it off. Roeder making his 9th appearance, his 5th start. He's 2-1 with a 2.45 ERA. Shane Easter hops to the plate. And the pitch. On Easter Sunday, it's a strike. It is 0-1. Get it? Ohio in the traveling blacks. Black tops. Arched Ohio in green across the chest. Outlined in white. Numeral in green on the back. Outlined in white. Roeder wasting no time. Fires in a strike on the outside edge to Shane Easter, who hits .282 with a homer and 24 runs batted in. Roeder trying for his 16th strikeout, doesn't get it. Shot on the ground is short. Fired over to first in time, and there's one away. Nick Dolan, man's a pretty good shortstop, and there's one gone. Here's Daniel Workington, who hits .359, has 10 homers and 24 runs batted in. In the series, Workington is 2 for 14. They're out hit 41-29, outscored 38-20 in this series. And the first one misses. It's a ball. It's 1-0 to the right-handed hitter. Workington, their second baseman. 2 white batting gloves. Eastern in the greens. And the pitch. There's a strike. It is 1-1. Green tops. Script Eastern in gray across the chest. Numeral on the back in gray. And the pin stripe pants. White spikes for both ball clubs. 1-1. Slides low and outside. It is 2-1. It is a beautiful day, albeit chilly or cold, depending on your tolerance to temperature. But it looks nice. Could be a whole lot warmer, though, for sure. Next one misses low from Roeder. It is 2-1. And wouldn't you know it, next weekend here, it's going to be in the mid to upper 70s, and Eastern will not be at home. That's just rough luck. It will be warm in Athens next weekend, too. Pitch misses outside, and that is ball 4. And that is a walk to Daniel Workington. Here's Matt Kirk, who is 7 for 11 in the series, has 2 homers, has 6 runs batted in. Kirk on the season, a .333 hitter, 7 homers, 19 runs batted in conference play. And overall this year, he's outstanding too. Left-handed hitter, runner at first. And the pitch from Roeder is a strike called. It is 0-1. Yep, not as offensive last year in the series. Ohio scoring 15 runs. They scored 15 runs in a game and a couple innings in this series. Fly ball right field. It is deep, moving back on it and over Roush's head and off the wall. Plays it barehanded off the short hop and hitting third on the play and holding is Workington on a double for Matt Kirk. Here's Brady Hubie, .302 hitter, 4 homers and 27 runs batted in. Runners on second and third, 1 gone, bottom of the first, presented by McDonald's. Ohio trying to limit some sort of damage here, as run scoring potential second and third, and 1 out is still very high. Hubie in the series is 6 for 10, a homer and 5 runs batted in. Bottom of the first, and Eastern trying to score first. Infield in a couple of steps. Certainly in at the corners, and the pitch. Line drive, right field. Rouse started to his right, now to his left. Reaches over and makes the catch. Tagging at third and scoring is Workington, and EMU leads it 1-0 on the fly out to right. Moving to third on the play is Kirk. So Hubie with his 28th run batted in. Here is Aaron Dolney. He hits .312, 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. In the series, Dolney 5 for 10. He does have 3 doubles. They have 2 guys with 3 doubles in the series, Dolney and Kirk. Roeder delivers, chopper to first, foul. 0-1 the count. 1-0 EMU. Oh, and 2 is the count with 2 gone in the inning. Runner at third. And the pitch. Outside. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 the count with 2 gone. Runner at third here for Eastern. Ohio is now 9-11 away from home this year. Fly ball foul, third base side out of play. So the conference mark at 10-9. Overall, it's 16-15. So under 500 to start, over 500 right now. Overall and in conference play. This weekend has done a lot for Ohio, and they'd like to finish it off with a 4-game series sweep. But that's tough to do. Next one's low. 2-2 is the count. Brendan Roeder on the mound. Couple of Sioux City, Iowa kids. Roeder and Colin Kasperbauer. Pitch, bouncing ball to first, banged off of the chest of Baker into foul ground. He throws to first in time. That was back of the bag on the line. Banged off his chest on a hop, and that barreled over into foul territory. He quickly skipped over there and flipped it to the pitcher covering, and the inning's done. So even when he plays it off his body, he's still able to make the play, does Cale Baker. Inning over, Eastern scores 1 on 1 hit, no errors, and a man. We played 1, Eastern Michigan 1, Ohio nothing. This is Bobcat Baseball. Second inning is presented by People's Bank, working together, building success. Welcome back to Ostrike Stadium in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm Russ Eisenstein. Thanks for making Bobcat Baseball a part of your Sunday, well, I guess late morning for some, afternoon for others, depending on where this internet audio broadcast is reaching you. But I hope it finds you well as we infotain for Game 4 of the series. And it is Mason Minzy to lead it off. And all he did yesterday was go 6 for 6. 6 for 6. Ohio's catcher is locked in for sure. Left-handed batter takes one low from the starter, Luke Russo. Mason Minzy hits .336, 6 homers, 36 runs batted in, takes one inside, 3-0 is the count. So Minzy again, as he tripled yesterday, that's 23 of his 39 hits have been extra base hits. There's a strike. It is 3-1. In the series, Minzy's just mashing 10 for 14. 8 runs batted in. Takes a strike here. It's 3-2. I mean, think about that. 10 for 14. 3 doubles, a triple, 8 runs batted in. Player of the week, I guess, payoff pitch. Missed inside, might have clipped him as well, but he's on base again with a walk. It's just amazing what he's been able to do, and he's catching every game. Minzy's 3rd walk. So he's been on base, 14 times in the series? Wow. Here's Spencer Harbert with a runner at first and nobody gone. Top of 2, 1-0 Eastern Michigan. Harbert, right-handed batter, takes one outside. It's 1-0. Harbert hits .234, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in. Shoots this one down the line and right. It rolls into the corner. Minzy sprints towards third, stop sign on. Cruising into second with a stand-up double of Spencer Harbert. And Ohio has a great start to inning number 2. Second and third and nobody out.
The designated hitter, number 15, Alex Finney.
Here's Alex Finney. Harbert, now 5 for 14 in the series, has scored 2 runs. Minzy scored 8 runs, and he would hopefully be Ohio's first of many runs today and in this inning. Finney bats with an extremely open stance, and this is fouled back. Finney hits .313. That's 20 for 64. No homers, 13 runs batted in. Ohio down 1-0, but flirting with tying and taking the lead here in the second. 4-game sweeps are hard because so much has to go right. But Ohio's just scored so many runs in this series. Pitch misses high. It's 1-1. That even with some sometimes rocky pitching, Ohio's just scored more runs and thus 3 wins and 3 tries. Here it is from Russo. That missed. 2-1 the count. 1-0 Eastern Michigan. In front of a smallish but hearty crowd here, and Easter eggs are hid all over the ballpark. I found one, just took a picture of it, tweeted out, but didn't take it. This one's popped up on the infield right side. First baseman is there. That's Denton, makes the catch. That's the first out of the inning. As Finney pops out. Here's Michael Richardson. Richardson in the series is 4 for 13. Everybody that's played, with the exception of Xavier Hindigas, remember he left game 1 with an injury, has a hit. Richardson on the right side, close to the plate. That misses low and away. It's 1-0. Richardson hits .264, has a homer and 12 runs batted in. Second and third, 1 gone. Top of 2, Ohio down 1-0. Here it is from Luke Russo. Strike home. From Kyle Reese, who's behind the plate today. At first, it's Jim Strohs. At third, Andy Joseph. Ohio trying to at least tie, then try to take the lead in this inning. Russo delivers. Low. Knocked down by Dolney. 2-1. Just taking a look at things, the last time Ohio scored back-to-back-to-back games, 3 games in a row of double-digit runs, the start of the 2015 season. This one's fouled back. It is 2-2. In the 2015 season, Ohio started that year with a 16-9, 14-12, and 10-3 wins over UNC Asheville. That was February 12th and 14th of that season. 2-2, low and away. Knocked down by Dolney. Counts run full now. Ohio scored 12 runs in back-to-back games against Kent State last year. In 2019, had 12 runs twice against Bowling Green. And the pitch. That missed. Ball 4. That was over, but somehow out of the zone, and the bases are loaded.
Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 50, Cale Baker.
Actually, got to look back. Here's Cale Baker with the bases loaded here. And remember, the numbers against Eastern when the sacks are packed are pretty good. The opposition against Eastern with the bases loaded hitting .364, 12 for 33. Here's Cale Baker, first pitch swinging, pops it up. This is in the shallow center. Coming on the play and making the play is the shortstop. That's Hopkins, and everybody's got to stay put. Bases are loaded now with 2 gone. Baker got the one he wanted, popped it up. Actually, got to look back to 2019. Take a look. Ohio against Morehead State had a couple of double-digit games. First pitch is to Nick Dolan, and that's a ball outside. It's 1-0. Just scanning back to see all of the double-digit games Ohio's had. This is popped up. They're going to get out of it. Dolan popped it up. This is on the infield. First baseman in, making the catch. Inning over. That's Gabe Denton. He was right of the mound. Dolan popped it up, and they are out of the inning. Ohio had the bases loaded, had second and third with nobody out, and could not score. We're through with 1.5. Presented by People's Bank. Eastern Michigan 1, Ohio nothing. This is Bobcat Baseball. Ohio had a run-scoring chance in the top of the second inning, didn't score. And Brendan Roeder back on the bump. 1-0 Eastern Michigan, bottom of 2. Logan Hugo leads it off. Hugo, the sixth man in the lineup, right fielder, hitting .322 with a homer and 14 runs batted in. Hugo in the series, 1 for 12 with a run batted in. First one from Roeder misses. It is 1-0. Actually, fact-checking on the fly. As the pitch from Roeder, bouncing ball to short, charging on it. Dolan pats the leather and throws to first for out number 1 of the inning. Back in 2019, Ohio beat BG 12-2 and 12-4, and then beat Morehead State 12-3. So that's the last time that Ohio has scored a double-digit run total in 3 straight games. So 2019, it happened. 2015, it happened. And then you got to go back all the way to 2010 for the last time it happened in MAC play. This is popped up. This is Gabe Denton, foul ground near the Bobcat dugout, and lands on the roof. Denton, their right-handed hitting first baseman, .250 hitter with 9 homers and 22 runs batted in. Denton in the series, 4 for 9. He's homered once. Eastern has 4 homers in the series. Ohio has 3, so it's a total of 7 home runs in this series. There have been 59 runs scored combined. Pitch misses low and away. It's 1-1. But 2010, Ohio just blew out the Broncos of Western Michigan. 1-1, up and away. So prior to that series, Ohio beat Marshall 15-5. I called these games, but I don't remember them. 25-3 beat Western Michigan. Bouncing ball through the left side hole, base hit. Base hit for Gabe Denton. That is a one-out base runner here in the bottom of the second. Here's Will Oberg, who has played one game in the series and went 0 for 3. Now, I say that, but as I take a look back at things, some things start coming back. But all these games, all these years, all these pitches, all these runs, it's tough to remember exact details. But I guess I remember that series just from the run-scoring standpoint. Big swing and a miss on Oberg, right-handed hitter. It's 0-1. Oberg is 4 for 13 hitting this year. Runner at first, one gone. Bottom two, 1-0 EMU. That was a season Ohio did not have a good year. 20-35, 13-14. Pitch from Roeder, off the end of the bat, shallow right, coming in. Rouse got a good read on it, but can't make the play. Plays it on a hop. That hop was about knee high, and he shuffles it back in. So runners on first and second here for the Eagles. Taylor Hopkins is the batter, their shortstop. Left-handed batter hitting .234 with 2 homers and 17 runs batted in. Hopkins has started each game of the series. He's 1 for 9. Uh, 25-3, Ohio beat Western Michigan in game 1 of that series. 25-3. In 2010, April 9, 10, and 11 of that year. Here it is from Brendan Roeder, squaring to bunt, putting it down. This is Hopkins. Roeder, base of the mound, only play first, and a nice job by Baker to be twinkly toes on the pillow as he was able to exchange from his one foot to the other and dance into foul territory, make the catch around the runner. And that's a big out. That's the second out of the inning. Here's Shane Easter. Second and third, the runners here, with Eastern on top 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Got to go back to the recap of that game and the names that come back here. Gauntlet Eldemeyer, Robert Maddox, Adam Gesowich. Oh, yeah. Bryce Butt picked up the win in that game. Easter takes low and away from Brendan Roeder. Ohio scored 24 runs from the fourth inning on. 24. Pitch misses low. 2-0 is the count from Brendan Roeder to the leadoff man, Shane Easter. This is a big part of the ballgame, too, because Eastern has 2 outs, runners on second and third. Denton at third, Oberg at second. Roeder kicks and pitches. High chopper left side of the infield. Casper Bauer cuts in front of the shortstop Dolan, throws on the run and got him. And Brendan Roeder got out of a jam. Second and third, the runners, and Ohio made the plays to get out of it. Tip of the cap to the defense and the offerings from Brendan Roeder. We're through with 2, 1-0 EMU, presented by People's Bank. This is Bobcat Baseball. Third inning of Bobcat baseball presented by the Union Street Diner. Online at unionstreetdiner.com. 1-0 Eastern Michigan. Final game of the 4-game series. Ohio trying to sweep the Eagles in a 4-game set for the second straight year, which is really hard to do. Into the box to start it off, it's Isaiah Peterson. Peterson, Roush, and Kasperbauer against Luke Russo, the starter for EMU. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat to shallow left center field. Charging over and making the head-high squeeze with one hand is Shane Easter. There's one gone. So looking back, again, the last time, at least I can find, that Ohio has scored 3 straight games of double-digit runs back in 2010. We talked about that last inning. 25-3, 15-3, 11-5. And that, I think, is the last time Ohio's done it in 4 straight games when you wrap it around to the Marshall game prior to that. Here's A.J. Roush. Strike 1 to him. 1 gone, top of 3, 1-0 EMU. Squared to bunt, pushed it foul to the Eagle dugout. So in that series, Ohio outscored the Broncos 51-11. And that, just based on quick fact-checking and taking a look at things, is the last time that Ohio's done it in 4 straight games. They'd have to do it here, too. And the pitch. Line drive, left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. That's a single for A.J. Roush. And, in fact, Ohio won over Toledo, 10-3, so that was on Sunday in the finale of the series. So, yeah, this is 4 straight. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. Runner at first, 1 gone. Line drive, right center field, has some carry, and that ball's caught. Good read on the ball, the right fielder, Hugo over to make the play. Back to first goes A.J. Roush. So Kasperbauer gave it a ride. Ohio beat Toledo in the finale of the series in Athens 10-3, lost to Marshall 10-3. So 4 of the last 5 games have been double-digit totals. Two gone to the inning. Ohio down 1-0. Here's Mason Minzy. Runner at first and the pitch. There's the strike. And in that 2010 season, Ohio had a 20-run effort against Northern Illinois a couple of games later. 0-1 pitch coming. Off the end of the bat, fly ball down the line and left, curling into foul ground and out of play. That was a year, 2010, coached by Joe Carbone, where Ohio played NC State, played Vanderbilt, played Purdue. It was a good non-conference run. Cleveland State, they don't have baseball anymore. Ohio played them that year, too. Bouncing ball over the mound could be a tough play. Shortstop charges in. That's Hopkins, throws to first in time, and the inning's over. So Russo hasn't had a high inning total coming in, but he appears to be in a groove. Ohio's threatened but hasn't scored. We're through with 2.5, presented by Union Street Diner. By comparison, this is like nothing compared to the first couple of games, where runs were scored aplenty. Here it's 1-0 EMU. This is Bobcat Baseball. Daniel Workington leads it off for Eastern Michigan as we move ever onward to the bottom of the third inning. Brendan Roeder back on the hill for Ohio. Bobcats starter, 1-0 Eastern Michigan with a first inning run. They've got 3 hits. Ohio has 2. Workington, their 2-hole hitting second baseman, hits out of a crouch in the pitch. There's a strike from Brendan Roeder. It is 0-1. There was an article in the Post this past week, student newspaper at Ohio, about the linkage between Roeder and Colin Kasperbauer. And Roeder delivers. This is popped up, foul ground, third base side, and there is Colin backpedaling. Oh, he couldn't make the play. As he backed up on it, and that just kind of spun behind him near that retaining wall over there. As we get an Easter Sunday rendition of Hava Nagila. It's a joyous song from a lone trumpeter with a lot of pep in his heart. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. That's a good pitch from Brendan Roeder. 1 gone of the inning. Here's Matt Kirk. But the bond between Roeder and Kasperbauer, their fathers played college baseball together. So they've known each other for a long time. It's not often you get 1, let alone 2, Bobcats from Sioux City, Iowa, which is about 900 miles away from Athens. And then add Isaiah Peterson to the mix. He's from Lincoln, Nebraska, and that's 1,000 miles away. Want to know the count here on Matt Kirk. Be careful here, even with the bases loaded, and this is why. He shoots it down the line and left. It will roll to the wall. Kirk will sprint to second. He'll stand with a 1-out double. He is a good ball player. He was able to shoot it down the line and left. Here's Brady Hubie. But yeah, if you want to read that article, just go back to the Post and take a look at the connection between Ohio's today starting pitcher and Ohio's third baseman, Colin Kasperbauer. Here's Brady Hubie, their cleanup hitter. Kirk with the double, that's his 14th. And in this series, he's had a good series. That is his 8th hit. If it weren't for Mason Minzie, and now Kirk goes, pitch low, throw down to third, and they didn't get him. Kasperbauer was there to take the throw. Minzie fired it down there. It was close, but it's a stolen base. 1 gone, pitch was low, it's 1-0. And Kirk with his second stolen base of this series. That was close at third, and a little bit of chirping from the Bobcat dugout. That's stolen base 22 on the season now for the Eagles. In 30 attempts, 1-0 EMU. They're forcing the issue here with 1 gone and a runner at third. Here it is from Roeder. That missed way inside. 2-0 the count. Now, Ohio football's had guys from Nebraska often. Nebraska and Oklahoma. And the ties to Frank Solich there. And, of course, the way that Ohio has recruited out there and the ties. But pitch misses low. They appeal. Didn't go around. 3-0 the count. Tim Albin, of course, out from Oklahoma as Ohio's head football coach now. And, of course, Craig Moore, a Nebraska product. 3-0 pitch. Fastball strike. 3-1 the count. So it's all about connections. It's all about relationships. It's all about backstories that link together to make up a college baseball roster. And here on a patch of earth in Ypsilanti, Michigan, 2 guys from Sioux City are about 150, well, maybe about, 80 feet away from each other. Pitch misses low and away, ball 4. Runners on the corners now. 1 gone here as Hubie walks. Here is Dolney. Double play would be nice. Ohio's turn 2. Eastern's turn 2 in the series. Ohio this year is turn 19. Dolney, the catcher, could be a likable candidate, favorable candidate. Second plate appearance for him. 1-0 Eastern Michigan, bottom of inning number 3. Throw to first, chases the runner back. So maybe runs will be at a premium today by comparison to the last couple of days. Throw over to first, chases the runner back. And the other thing about it, too, is all of this is happening, and it's cold. I mean, game time temperatures weren't any higher than, 42, 43 degrees? What would happen if it were 80 here? Which clearly it's not. Smash to second. Great pickup. Richardson throws to second. One on to first. They got him. Double play. A smash to second. Richardson fired to Dolan, who then dropped it off to Cale Baker. That was a missile to first. And the inning's over and Eastern doesn't score. On cue, bang, bang, 4-6-3. Inning over. 1-0 Eastern Michigan. This is Bobcat Baseball. Fourth inning is on from O-Strike Stadium in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I'm Russ Eisenstein. Thanks for making Bobcat Baseball a part of your Easter Sunday, or just your Sunday. Spencer Harbert leads it off. Presented by Go-Mart. Go for good times. Go for Marty, the Go-Mart Gopher, and Go-Mart. Harbert first pitch swinging. Sends us into center. Diving try, and the catch is made. What a play by Shane Easter. He came in, dove towards the infield, and the glove had to get really under the ball that was coming in on him. And I don't know how the glove didn't just kind of mash into the grass, but he was able to come up with the catch. And that's back-to-back plays wrapped around from the bottom of the third to the fourth of good defense. On the flyout for Spencer Harbert, here's Alex Finney. One gone, top of 4. And the pitch from Russo, check swing. Finney goes around. It's a strike. It is 0-2. Now, it's such a short sample size, a 3-game series, but Eastern's ERA in the series was 11.16. Ohio was 5.76, as the next one misses low, 1-2. And again, it's a short sample size, ERA over 3 games. That doesn't mean all that much. The run totals do, though. Russo delivers, called strike 3 on a 12-6 curveball. And Finney goes down on strikes. 2 gone, bases clear, top of 4, 1-0 EMU. Here's Michael Richardson. That is the 4th strikeout for Russo. And the pitch. This one's popped up. This is into right. This is very playable. Hugo's under it, makes the catch, and that is a very quick 1-2-3, top of the fourth. 1-0 Eastern Michigan, presented by Gomart. This is Bobcat Baseball. There is a white fluffy dog that has made his way into the ballpark. It was dog day yesterday, but apparently it's every day is dog day at O-Strike Stadium. And the Cats trying to come through, but down 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Logan Hugo leads it off against Brendan Roeder. Ohio's starter slings home his 40th pitch. And it's over but low. It's 1-0. So all that talk about all the runs and runs and more runs, well, this is a 1-0 game. Ohio has 2 hits. Pitch from Roeder, bouncing ball through the left side hole, base hit. Eastern's 5th hit of the game. Leadoff single for Logan Hugo. Here's Gabe Denton, their first baseman. He singled in his first plate appearance. Ohio trying to sweep. Last year, it was the only series win Ohio had over Eastern Michigan in Athens. Canisius coming up. That is next weekend. Ohio has a midweek against Morehead State rescheduled game on Tuesday. Then it's at Miami the following weekend. 1-0 pitch with a runner holding. Swinging a foul tip. It is 0-1. It has been a tough weather year for not only Ohio, but everybody else in the league and trying to get games in and complete series. Throw to first, back in time as a runner. So Ohio's not the only one, but Ohio has had 4 games in MAC play that haven't and maybe won't be played. 2 against Northern, 2 against Bowling Green. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. So right now, Ohio at 10-9 in the league is by percentage points ahead of Toledo. Ohio currently is in 3rd place. Ohio is one of 4 teams in the league with a double-digit win total in conference play. 0-2, chopper towards third. Casper Bauer at the bag. It's a fair ball. Throws to first. Dug out by Cale Baker. What a play. Because that was a tough hop. He extended out. That hop came almost shoulder high on him, and he had to be able to hang on. He did. And how many base runners has Cale Baker saved with his defensive work? 1 gone, runner. Toledo has 11 wins. Pitch misses low from Roeder to Oberg, the 8-hole hitting third baseman. Actually, I misspoke. Miami has 10 wins as well. They're 10-12. Here it is from Roeder. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. So today, big. All these games are big. The Miami series, huge. With 4 MAC weekends left. 1-1, hit on the ground wide of third, Fowler. 1-2. Ohio will be home for 2, road for 2, and the roadies are in Oxford and Muncie. Ohio will conclude the campaign in the regular season at home against Western Michigan. The next home series in conference play is against Akron. That is May 6, 7, and 8. Runner at second, one gone to the pitch. Bouncing ball to short. Runner will advance. Dolan throws to first. Second out. Taylor Hopkins is the shortstop. He hits with 2 away. And Eastern on top 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. So a double play ended the inning last inning. Roeder is an out away from making sure it's still 1-0. And he's at 48 pitches, and he has 2 outs in the 3rd. Exhales from the stretch and the pitch. Bouncing ball wide, a first foul. 0-1. So again, the top 4 make it to a tournament that's hosted by the number 1 seed. So it's a battle to get up there. Runner at third, 2 gone. And the pitch, up and away. 1-1 the count. Eastern's left 4, Ohio's left 4. Roeder trying to make it 5 here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Some funky movement on it from Roeder. 0-2 the count. But with 4 weekends left, Ohio is in striking distance for sure. 0-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to first. There's Cale Baker. Flips to Roeder. Got him. Inning over. And Brendan Roeder has done work here. Right around 50 pitches through 4 innings. Eastern leads at 1-0. We go to the 5th. This is Bobcat Baseball. Cale Baker leads it off for the Bobcats here in the top of the 5th. Ohio trails 1-0. Bobcat Baseball presented by Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers. I'll pass a number of Steak and Shakes on the way back to the suburbs of Chicago for a couple of days. Cale Baker leads it off, and the first one misses upstairs from Russo. It is 1-0. Baker 0 for 1 today. Has the gold 3 stripes on the spikes, 2 white batting gloves, and the pitch up and in, and actually just grazed the uniform top. That'll be the easiest hit by pitch that Cale Baker, and the most painless that he'll ever have. And Ohio starts it off with Baker on. Here is Nick Dolan. Ohio down 1-0. Dolan, the 9-man in the lineup. Yeah, Baker's had a good weekend, too. I mean, everybody has. He's squaring to bunt, pulls it back, takes it low and inside. First baseman Denton is holding the runner and then breaks off the bag. Third baseman is Oberg. He's in and charging. Ohio down 1-0. Dolan square to bunt, puts it down to the first base side. Got to be a tough play. Pitcher there to take the tag and the ball, and there is an out. He ran over towards the line, and it was almost bunted in the perfect position to get a base hit. But Cale Baker moves up to second on the bunt out by Nick Dolan. Here's Isaiah Peterson. One gone, runner at second, top of the fifth, 1-0 EMU. And the pitch. Misses low and outside. One run for Eastern came in the bottom of the first. Eastern's threatened but hasn't scored more. The pitch to Peterson is a strike. 1-1. The next run Ohio scores will be their 39th in this series. You would figure they will, but it's baseball. Swinging a foul tip through the legs of Dolney back to the backstop. One and two the count on Isaiah Peterson with Cale Baker at second. And the pitch from Russo. Swing and a miss. Actually a little foul tip into the mitt. Peterson goes on strikes for the second time. That is the fifth strikeout for Russo. Two gone, runner at second. Here's A.J. Roush. Talking to the guys around the cage as they went through batting practice today, everybody feels real good, as you probably would imagine they would. Locked in, and hitting is contagious. You heard it from Craig Moore. I mean, it's cliche to say, but it really is. Big swing and a miss for A.J., who is 1 for 2. Runner on at second, Cale Baker. And Cale's a perfect example of it. He's had good at-bats, reached base, he's on again. A.J. Roush has had a tremendous weekend defensively. Swing and a miss, got away from the catcher. Baker going to try, throw to third. He overslid the bag, skidded off the bag. He's tagged out, and he takes his helmet off and gently bangs it against the field turf. He tried it. It just kind of trickled away from Dolney. Throw to third with the tag applied by Oberg, and even if he missed him, Baker with a head-first slide, his hand skidded off the bag. And so he was tagged out anyway. So even if it wasn't the right call on the throw to third, the tag anyway, he slid off the bag and the tag was applied. And that's that. We're through with 4.5, 1-0 Eastern Michigan. This is Bobcat Baseball.
Center fielder number 1, Shane Easter.
1-0 Eastern Michigan as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Eastern has 5 hits. Ohio has 2. Brendan Roeder has had a couple of jams, but has worked out of it with the help of his defense as well. Shane Easter leads it off. Easter is 0 for 2 today. He is their leadoff center fielder. And the right-handed bat pops his foul. First base side out of play. Bright sunshine. It is chilly for sure. They're calling for snow tonight and into tomorrow. here in southeast Michigan, and it might accumulate as well, so that will be fun for him. Pitch from Roeder, taken down the line in the right, long run. A.J. Rouse still on the run. Rouse dives, and it went off the top of the retaining wall, and, yeah, he got up. He's all right. That's the top of the wall at the bullpen. Gosh, A.J. has no fear. He lost his cap midway in flight. 0-2 the count. So Rouse, in addition to having a couple of hits this weekend, has been very active in right field. His sprint speed is really good. 0-2. Inside-out swing, fouled off, first base side, out of play. Ohio's outfielders get good reads on the ball. A.J. for certain. And here's the line drive to left center field. Base hit. Harbert there to cut it off. Rifles it back in. And there's a leadoff hit for Shane Easter. He's 1 for 3 today. Here's Daniel Workington, their second baseman. The 100th hit in the career for Shane Easter. Congrats to him. .100 hits, and he is able to do it on Easter Sunday. I mean, you can't make it up. I mean, that's natural, right? Throw to first, chases him back. It's amazing how life works that way. Now, Roeder would like a double play. Workington, right-handed batter, crouches as he waits and fires on the first one that's fouled back. 0-1 the count. You got to think from Eastern's perspective, too. They know what happened the first 3 games. They can't be all that happy about it. They don't want to get swept. And they're in the same position as well. Ohio and Eastern right around each other in the standings. EMU now 9-10. Up and in on the next one. It's 1-1. One and one the count. Roeder at 43 pitches and brings it home. Cut on and fouled off. First base side. Out of play. 1-2 the count. And apparently somebody made a good play outside of the ballpark on a catch on the foul ball. The dugout, Eastern's dugout, erupted. 1-2 pitch coming from Brendan Roeder to Daniel Workington. High chopper towards third, played fair ground, back of the bag. Rifle of a throw to second, and Richardson hanging onto it like a first baseman, stretched and made the force out there of Shane Easter. That is a gutsy play from Colin Kasperbauer. So on with the fielder's choice is Workington. Out at second is Easter. Fielder's choice, 5-4. And yeah, the stretch at second had to be made to extend it out to cut some time off of the ball coming towards second on the force out. So there's one away. Here is Matt Kirk, and be careful here. Kirk 2 for 2 today. One of those hits, actually both of them, are doubles. Kirk, their best hitter. Second best hitter by average at .333 coming into today. Best in the series. He's got 9 hits in the series now. Minzy has 10. 0-1 pitch. This is fouled back. It's 0-2. In addition to that, Minzy 6 for 6 yesterday, and he has caught every inning here. You heard him in the pregame open on Friday say, yeah, it can be exhausting, mentally taxing on being in on every pitch defensively and then swinging a good stick at the plate. Roeder fires a fastball, swing and a miss, strike three. That is a major punch-out of a very good hitter. Kirk down on strikes. That's a second strikeout. He's gotten their top two hitters, Workington and Kirk. Here's Hubie with two gone and a runner at first, and Eastern on top 1-0 in the bottom of the fifth. That is a big strikeout of a good hitter who doubled in his first two plate appearances. Hubie's their DH, really close to the plate on the right side. Uses a red and black bat, and that's taken low and away. 1-0 the count. Roeder right around 50 pitches now. 1-0 the count and the pitch. Fly ball center field. Peterson has this read well. Dances to his left. Eyes up. One-handed head-high squeeze, and the inning's over. Eastern got a man on. Couldn't move him. Ohio defensively made plays. Roeder made pitches. And that's nicely done through 5 innings. 1-0 Eastern Michigan, presented by Steak and Shake. This is Bobcat Baseball. Sixth inning is presented by Integrated Services for Behavioral Health. Strong communities, healthy people. That's Integrated Services. Back to O-Strike Stadium in the friendliest press box in the Mid-American Conference. These folks are just the salt of the earth, these people. In Ypsilanti. So at the factory, they make good people at the factory here. And appreciate their hospitality and a lovely ham lunch that was prepared here on Easter Sunday. Had the macaroni and cheese as well. It was a 10 out of 10. And it was a great surprise to have that offered. And so I appreciate all of that. 1-0 Eastern Michigan as we are in the top of the sixth. Back on the mound, their starter is Luke Russo. And a bouncing ball hit towards short. Fielded there and a throw to first in time. Hopkins retires A.J. Roush. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. Yeah, that's the second time that we've been here on Easter Sunday. And this is the second time that they've had the whole Easter Sunday buffet. They got the ham. It was a brown sugar ham, I think. Brown sugar ham. Had the macaroni and cheese, deviled eggs, and cookies, and all of the stuff. Kasperbauer pops one up foul. And just for a guy where it's just a standard Sunday of baseball for me, that is not your normal Sunday to come to the ballpark. And in fact, there is no other place in the MAC that does something like this. So that was really cool. Pitch misses low and inside. They appeal. Nope, Kasperbauer didn't go around. He's 0 for 2 today. 1 gone, 1-0 EMU, top of the sixth. And it doesn't need to be Easter Sunday for folks to be good to each other. And if we learn that lesson a little bit more and put that into practice, maybe all the world's problems would just go away. Wishful thinking for sure, but if you think about it, just be good people. End of story. Luke Russo delivers. Swing and a miss for Colin Kasperbauer. 2-2 the count. So we dole out life lessons and baseball facts on this internet-only broadcast to a cast of dozens. Pitch misses outside to an audience of dozens. 3-2 the count. But if you are making us a part of your Sunday, thank you. Student broadcast for the Canisius series. I'll be back with you for Miami and Oxford. Payoff pitch to Kasperbauer. Low and in, that's a good at-bat. Patient at-bat against Russo. And that's a one-out walk. Here's Mason Minzy purposefully striding to the plate. Had a good chat with him at batting practice today, and he said, yeah, he's seeing it well. Locked in, as the numbers would suggest. And I don't believe in this stuff, but visiting with him for our pregame open, that interview that we did before the series, boom, he has a great series. Maybe there's something to that. First one from Russo, misses low and outside. I don't believe in the broadcaster jinx, positively or negatively. If I had that much impact over things, I literally would not be here with y'all. I think I'd be somewhere else doing something a lot more profitable. 1-0, misses inside. 2-0 the count. If you think about it, if I had that much control with what I say when somebody goes to the foul line and misses or makes a free throw, you think I'd waste all my talents on that? 2-0 outside, 3-0 the count. Mason Minzy, they're careful with him. He walked in his first trip to the plate. 3-0 the count. 1-0 Eastern Michigan. We're in the top of the sixth. Final game of the series, Ohio going for the sweep. Trying to get to 17-15 overall and 11-9 in the MAC. Minzy takes a strike. That was belled high. It was in the zone. It is 3-1. Bobcats softball. They are, 11-2 in their last 13? 9-2 in their last 11? Won in highlight fashion over Central Michigan yesterday, 8-6 in Athens. And a home run call that got tens of thousands of views. This is fouled back to the screen. It's 3-2. Bobcats in the MAC in softball are 11-6. 17-19 overall, but picking it up when it counts. They'll be at Kent State on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then at home next weekend against Northern Illinois. 3-2 outside, ball 4. Mason Minzy walks for the second time. So that's 2 walks. That's 4 walks in the series. That is 14 times he's been on base. 14 in the series. It's like an on-base percentage of 1,000,000. First and second, the runners. Good chance here for Ohio. Russo, remember, only pitched, 9 1/3 innings coming into this? Here's Spencer Harbert, swings and bounces it fair. Oh, no, they say foul ball. Craig Moore was right on the case at third. He's looking down, looking over, and now down again, and he thought that was a fair ball. Harbert smashed it on the ground towards third, and apparently just foul. It is 0-1. Harbert 1 for 2 today. Harbert in the series has 5 hits. He's driven in 4 runs, swings and misses on a pitch low and away. And on the follow-through, I don't know how he kept his balance. 0-2 the count. Ohio hasn't been in this situation where they've seen, a guy that's been tough to read, apparently. Ohio's read things really well coming in. 0-2 hit him on his left thigh. And Russo walks around the mound a bit, not pleased, as you would figure he wouldn't be, and the bases are loaded now. Here's Alex Finney. So Finney playing in his first game in the series. Finney, 0 for 2, has a chance to come through here. Takes everybody that's in there to make plays. Now time called. And there's a meeting on the mound. I haven't noticed if Eastern's had anybody up in the pen as of yet. No. Why would they? Russo's been humming up there, and now a couple of guys will head down to the left field corner. 71 pitches right now for Luke Russo. As Ohio has the bases loaded and one gone for Alex Finney. And again, the numbers against Eastern when the bases are loaded, that average is high. Over 300 against them. So can Finney get it done? Open stance, out of a crouch. Where's 15 on that black uniform top? Black bat, white batting gloves, and the pitch. There's a strike. Change of pace in there. It's 0-1. That was a soft one from Russo. Bases loaded in the pitch. Wrapped on the ground. Great play. Back of the bag. Near the line. The third baseman, Oberg. And the quick run to third for the force out. On the play, had to look down for a moment on the smash towards third. So there's 2 gone in the inning. And a run comes in to score to tie the ball game at 1. So a force at third. And coming in to score on the play is Colin Kasperbauer. Had to make sure my eyes weren't deceiving me there. The run did come in to score. Force at third. Ball game tied at 1. That was a heck of a play at third by Oberg. Here's Michael Richardson. Runners on first and second. 2 gone. Ball game tied at 1. And Richardson takes Loman in. And Oberg isn't a guy that started these games, so a really good defensive play. Back of the bag at third, just off the line. Ball game tied at 1. Like to get a little bit more here. Richardson at the plate. And Miss Loman away. So to recap it, Alex Finney reaches on a fielder's choice. Minzy's out at third. Kasperbauer scored. Harbert to second. And Finney at first in the pitch. Bouncing ball back of the bag at third. Oberg goes to second for the force, and the inning's done. Ohio with the bases loaded and 1 out. Ohio scores 1 run as Richardson bangs his helmet against the field turf. Back of the bag at first. Tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. This is Bobcat Baseball. Could have been better, but game tied at 1 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ohio and Eastern Michigan. Ohio scores on a fielder's choice on a great defensive play by Will Oberg at third and a force out of the runner at third with the runner scoring. And when the Bobcats have banged the ball all over the yard, In the games prior to this one, it takes a force out to produce the first run and the 39th run of this series. Brendan Roeder back out there for Ohio. Aaron Dolney is in the box. Left-handed batter, and pitch 53 from Roeder is a bouncing ball to the right side of the infield. Long run, Richardson throws as he was having his momentum carrying him towards the line and away from the play, and it's backed up on the throw by Minzy. It is an infield hit. And really, Richardson did well to get there. If he didn't get there because of where it was, well on the right side and into shallow right, there would have been a chance there to advance for Dolney. But instead, he's on at first. And that's the Eagles' 7th hit. That's Eastern's 36th in this series. Ohio has 43. Ohio with 39 runs in the series. Eastern with Blackjack 21. Roeder from the stretch. Bunt attempt put down by Hugo. It trickles foul halfway up the line at first. Oh, and 1 the count. And we talk about game 4s of series across the league in a 4-game series. This is rare when you have this light offensive load in a game. Game 4s have been eye-popping scores. Another bunt put down foul up the first base side. It's 2 strikes and nothing now on Logan Hugo. Will the bunt still be on with nobody gone and a runner at first? Hugo out of a crouch close to the plate. Not bunting in the pitch. High chopper to third. Casper Bauer waits for it to come down with the sunglasses glistening. Throws to first in time. You could tell he had to look up. Sunglasses on. And it's rare that you need sunglasses for a chopper. They move the runner to second. Out on the play at first is Hugo. Here's Gabe Denton. And the only play was to first there. There was no chance to cut down the runner. We're tied at 1, Ohio and Eastern. And Brendan Roeder has struck out 2, and their top 2 hitters. Gabe Denton today, 1 for 2. Right on right, the pitch. Fly ball left center field deep. Way back there, and that ball's gone. A 2-run homer for Gabe Denton. And Eastern Michigan leads it 3-1. That is Eastern's 5th homer of this series. Denton with his 2nd. That is his 6th home run this year. RBIs 15 and 16. Eastern Michigan with their 29th home run in conference play. Here's Will Oberg. 3-1 EMU. In the last 10-plus games now, that's 12 homers for EMU. And Denton, in his last 10-plus games, his 2nd homer. Here's Will Oberg, and the first one to him, low and away. It's 1-0. You could tell off the bat it was trouble, and thus me saying, uh-oh. And uh-oh indeed. Pitch misses low and away. 2-0. Now, uh-oh can mean a lot of things, but in that sense, uh-oh was home run. Uh-oh. Brendan Roeder on pitch 58. Really reared back to pump in a fastball for a strike. It's 2-1. This is a very capable offense, Eastern. It's not as if this is not a good offensive team, and they've got the ability to do just that. 2-1. There's a strike in the outside edge. 2-2 the count. And based on the numbers, Ohio, top 3 in the league in hitting all year long to this point. 2-2 pitch from Roeder with 1 gone. Bouncing ball left side of the infield. Casper Bauer couldn't get there. Dolan couldn't get there. They both dove in different directions. It's a single to left. Hit number 9 for Eastern Michigan. Here's Taylor Hopkins. So the homer for Denton, by the way, was to the right of the scoreboard, to the right of the 375 marker. They've got kind of mounds of dirt there. They're doing construction on what's a field hockey soccer thing over there? Lacrosse. And the ball might be in that dirt pile there beyond the scoreboard. That was hit well. Runner breaks from first, hit and run on, bouncing ball left side. Casper Bauer charges, scoops, throws on the run, and got him. The mound came into play there, too, because he fielded that ball and knew that he'd have to throw it around the mound, where he would release it and then maybe be on top of the mound. But somehow he was able to scoop that ball and throw and not have to land on the top of the rubber. Bounce out there for Hopkins. Here's Shane Easter, who is 1 for 3, and again, he just had his 100th Eastern Michigan hit. Runner at second, 2 gone. Ohio defensively is really doing good work in addition to the offense. Roeder fires in what might have been a cut fastball, but it's called a strike in the outside edge, and I don't think Easter really liked that call. Black and white batting gloves, Adidas spikes, pant legs pulled up to his knees, green socks, green uniform top, pinstripe pants. Roeder delivers. That's low. 1-1. Ohio on the black tops. Gray traveling knickers and white spikes, with the exception of Minzy, whose spikes are green, and Baker, whose stripes are gold on black spikes. 1-1 outside. 2-1. Outfield wall green, about 8 feet high, and yellow on top. Yellow poles here. Green scoreboard on stilts and left. And the pitch. This is shot through the right side. Caught Cale Baker! Oh my! I thought that was headed to right. To his right, back to the rest of the infield, reached up and made the play. Hang another star on that, and I told you, Ohio dynamic in defense in this series too. 3-1 Eastern Michigan on the 2-run Gabe Denton dent to the scoreboard. We go to the 7th. This is Bobcat Baseball. How often do you see this? Somebody in the field makes a dynamic defensive play to end an inning, and he leads it off offensively right after that. That's what Cale Baker just did. With the glove at first, off the bag, and back really to the bag, reaching above and across his body to spear a line drive. And he'll lead off here the 7th inning. 3-1 Eastern Michigan on a sun-splashed Easter Sunday in Southeast Michigan. New pitcher in the ballgame for EMU, Nick Chittum. Wears 48. Nick Chittum in for EMU. This is the first time we've seen him in the series. Chittum out of Grosse Ile, Michigan. 6'2", 190, sophomore. They got a lot of talents in this state that are tough to pronounce. Pop-up foul by Cale Baker out of play. And it's not like this is my first time in Michigan. I've been here a little bit. But inevitably, there's another town that I haven't seen before. Chittum in there. This is his 7th appearance, 0-1 with a 5.17 ERA. Cale Baker has a 1-1 count on him. And credit to Russo, back-to-back good outings for him. 1-1, shot foul, first base side out of play. That Dolphins back. Struck out 11, did Russo, his last time out against Miami. So he hasn't been used a ton, but when he's been in there, he's been really good. Baker bats. 1-2 the count to start off the 7th, and the pitch. Low and away. Bobcat Baseball is presented by Qdoba. Qdoba stands for flavor. East State Street in Athens, online at qdoba.com. That was my dinner last night. Not at the Athens location. That wouldn't make sense. Pitch misses outside. 3-2 the count. But you could go, if you are in Athens, to Qdoba, although it's Easter Sunday, so not sure if you can. Payoff pitch, low and away, ball 4, leadoff walk. 3-1 Ohio trails. We're in the 7th. Ohio trying to come back to sweep the series. Here's Nick Dolan. Ohio's defense has been really good. You can't really defend a 2-run homer, though. That would be tough to do. But Brendan Roeder largely has been pretty good. 6 innings, 67 pitches, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Dolan, did he offer at the pitch? Yes, it's a strike. It's 0-1. Nope, it is a ball. Looked like he was offering on a bunt attempt and then pulled it back and took it. 1-0. Infield in at third. And the pitch. Square to bunt. And that time he stabbed at it. It's a strike. 1-1. So Dolan being asked to bunt here with nobody out and Ohio down 3-1. Baker at first with a good lead. Here it is from Chittum. Fly ball, left field, will stay in the park. Moving in and over is Kirk. He's there for a one-handed squeeze. Head high. And there's the out. The first one. And Dolan, you could tell, not happy with himself as he walks back to the Bobcat dugout. Wanted to move the runner and couldn't. And so Isaiah Peterson's at the plate. Pete today 0 for 3, struck out twice. If he homers here, it would be Ohio's 4th of this series. It is his 4th this season if he does it. And the ball club's 27th. He's a candidate for it. First one misses Lumen in. 1-0. 3-1 Eastern Michigan. We're in the top of the 7th inning on getaway day. Activity in Ohio's bullpen right now. 1-0. Fouled back. 1-1. It felt like we were in that hotel for about a week. Ball club stayed right by a mall in Ann Arbor. 1-1, low, 2-1. But some trips feel short. This one, though, at least from the hotel stay, is felt long. Plus my foreign relations trip to Canada on Wednesday night, that might have added to it. 2-1, fly ball center field. It is playable. It is caught by Easter. 2 gone, runner at first. 3-1 Eastern Michigan. Ohio's come through in run-scoring chances a lot. And A.J. Roush with 2 gone here. 1 for 3 on the day. he will have to keep the inning going. But largely from the end of football season with the crossover through to now, you just kind of reshuffle your bag. There's a strike in the outside edge to A.J. Roush. It's a bag that, it's a big bag. I'm an overpacker. I pack for every situation. But you just kind of do your laundry, you reshuffle the bag and whatnot. And you just keep it going all year long. Pitch misses low, 1-1 the count. 2 gone, runner at first, 3-1 Eastern Michigan. And especially with the trip with Bobcat basketball to Daytona, shorts entered into the equation, but not necessarily on this trip. 1-1, fouled back. We'll see what the weather is in Miami in a couple of weeks. Should be good next weekend for a non-conference series. Just a doubleheader, 2 9s against the Golden Griffins of Canisius. And I asked Craig Moore about that. He said it's important for rest and depth next weekend. 1-2, called. Strike 3 on the outside edge. Chittum has a whole lot of lettuce out of the back of that cap, and it flows as he heads to the third base dugout. He punched out A.J. Roush, and the inning's done. Bobcats get a man on, and they can't move him around. Stretch time here in Ypsilanti. 3 for the Eagles, 1 for Ohio. We head to the bottom of the 7th, presented by Qdoba. This is Bobcat Baseball. The keys to the comeback car have been handed off to the bullpen now. Chase Harris into the ballgame for Ohio. Harris making his 9th appearance, 3-0 with the 7.32 ERA, 19 2/3 innings, 26 hits, 17 runs, 16 earned, 4 walked, 23 strikeouts for number 6, Chase Harris. Daniel Workington leads it off for Eastern Michigan, and the first one's a strike. He is 0 for 2 today, but he did score a run after he walked their 2-hole hitting right-handed second baseman, and a good hitter, their best hitter. Kirk is on deck. And the pitch from Harris. This is popped up foul. Back of the plate now to play. So the line on Brendan Roeder, as mentioned, 67 pitches, 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Faced 28 batters. This is 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for Eastern, with Ohio down 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a slide piece that was low that Workington could not hold up on. Here's Matt Kirk. Kirk 2 for 3 today. Both of his hits, doubles. He and Denton the extra base hit Eagles. Denton had the 2-run homer. That in the 6th. Harris comes set. And the pitch. Fly ball foul. Third base side, left field side out of play. 0-1. Harris holds that ball in his right hand. Now ball meets glove. Looks down, looks to the plate, and brings it home. Just missed outside. Minzy held on to the ball a little bit. I think he thought that was a strike. In the MAC yesterday, at the end of things, Ball State beat Akron 16-0. 16-0. Next one's a mitt-popping strike right over the heart of the dish. It's 1-2. Today in the MAC, Kent State 4, Toledo 2. Central Michigan 6, B-0. That Kent State-Toledo game's in the 6th. Top of the 5th at BG with Central up 6-0. Next one bounces in. 2-2 is the count. Ball State leads Akron and Muncie 3-2. That's in the 6th. Miami up on Western Michigan 6-4, bottom of the 4th. And you are up to date. 2-2 pitch coming, 1 gone, bottom of 7, 3-1 Eastern here. Harris, this is a soft little liner in the center field for a base hit. One out single for Kirk. His 3rd hit on the day. Eastern's 10th. Ohio has 2 hits. Here's Brady Hubie. Runner at first, 1 gone, bottom of 7. QB, their DH, right-handed hitter. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Belt high. Harris blew it past him. "3-1 Eagles, last of the 7th. They scored in the 1st and then 2 in the 6th. And the pitch. Bouncing ball right back up the middle. Knocked down by Richardson. Has to find the ball. Can't. Couldn't find a handle on the ball. And unfortunately, that was back towards the bag, back of the bag. He skidded down to get it, knocked it down, but then just couldn't get the handle on the ball. It's just one of those things. There's nothing you could really do about it. I mean, everything's happening so fast. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Here's Aaron Dolney. So it's Hubie at 1st, Kirk at 2nd. That would have been a heck of a shovel toss to the bag at 2nd, which I think he was thinking of doing. And then after that, obviously, was not possible anymore. You have to think about throwing to 1st, and that couldn't happen either. Here's Dolney. Left-handed batter, takes one outside. It's 1-0. So 3-1 Eastern, 2 on, 1 gone. This is a major encounter here. Dolney 1 for 3 with a run scored. Harris has to keep it at 3-1 with 1 gone. And the pitch low and in. 2-0. Eastern has out-hit Ohio 11-2 today. So Ohio has out-hit them 43-40 in the series. There have been 83 hits. 83. Big swing and a miss. 2-1. I mean, that's an eye-popping number of hits and then the runs. And to Eastern's credit, they clearly weren't happy with what happened in the first couple games of the series. Up by 2 now. Ohio wants to keep it that way. 2-1 pitch from Harris. Popped him up. This is back at home and out of play. 3-2. Sorry, 2-2. Modest participation in the charge call. 2-2 the count. Harris looks at the runner at second and brings it home. Fastball low and in. 3-2. Traveling time here for Kirk at second, Hubie at first. You'd really love a strike him out, throw him out double play. That's always fun to end an inning. 3-2 the count, 1 gone, bottom of 7, 3-1 EMU. Runners stay put. That bounces in. That's ball 4. The bases are loaded now for Eastern.
The right fielder, number 7, Logan Hugo.
Here's Logan Hugo. With the bases loaded, this is a really low average. 7 for 36. It's a 194 average with the bases loaded. And to Eastern's credit, they could hammer the ball a lot, but that is suboptimal for an EMU offense. 7 for 36. Here's Logan Hugo. He is 1 for 4 with the sacks packed. An eagle on every base with 1 gone in the bottom of the 7th. They're up by 2. Right on right here. Hugo, their right fielder's 1 for 3. That's high. It's 1-0. Eastern came into the series 3 under 500 overall. Ohio came in 2 under 500. Cats are over 500 now on the pitch. Upstairs. 2-0. Ohio at 16-15. 10-9 in the league. Time called. Meeting on the mound. This is Minzy, Baker, and Chase Harris. Sound system amping up the drama on a Sunday in Southeast Michigan. An eagle on every base, meeting Dunn on the mound. Kirk at third, Hubie at second, Dolney at first. The batter's Logan Hugo. There's 6-hole hitting right fielder. The pitch, swing, and a foul ball off of the home plate umpire, who clearly was dazed a bit, might have taken it off of his right shoulder. It's a foul ball. It's 2-1. Two and 1 the count with 1 away. Harris comes set and the pitch. Fastball strike, outside edge, good pitch. Hugo didn't like it. But from this reporter's standpoint, that looked to be a strike. 2-2 the count now with 1 gone. Can Harris get a strikeout here if Hugo? Here it is. Called strike 3, broke off a breaking ball, snapped it on the inside black in that strike zone. That is a big old punchy for Chase Harris. 2 gone. Here's Gabe Denton, and be careful here. Denton hit the 2-run homer to make it a 3-1 Eastern lead in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 7th now. Bases loaded, 2 gone, 3-1 Eagles. Harris trying to get out of it. Right on right here. Denton's their first baseman. Wears 24 in silver on the back of that green uniform of the pitch. Chopper to short. Ohio's going to get out of it. Dolan to Richardson for the force at second. Eastern leaves them loaded. We're through with 7. What a job by Chase Harris. Eastern doesn't score. 3-1. We go to the 8th. This is Bobcat Baseball. Eighth inning of Bobcat Baseball presented by Hugh White. If the deal's right, it must be Hugh White. 3-11-0 for Eastern Michigan. 1-2-0 for Ohio. Bobcats' lone run came in the 6th. Eastern with a run in the 1st, 2 in the 6th. Nick Chittum out of their bullpen, and his 18th pitch will come to Colin Kasperbauer. Ohio's left-handed hitting third baseman, who is 0 for 2 today. He scored Ohio's run. And the first one from Chittum is over but low. It is 1-0. In the 8th on getaway day, Ohio trying to come back to sweep this 4-game set. Chittum brings it home. That's low. It's 2-0. Flat build cap. A whole lot of hair out there. Chittum turns, fires. Called a strike on the inside edge. 2-1. Colin waits. Bouncing ball to short. To his right. Making the play. Hopkins throws to first in time. One gone in the 8th. Here's Colin Kasperbauer. Sorry, here's Mason Minzy. Kasperbauer just grounded out. Here's Minzy. Minzy today 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Big swing and a miss. It was a level swing, but he was fooled by the pitch. It's 0-1. Minzy 6 for 6 yesterday. And the pitch. Strike called. Up in the zone. I mean, everything doesn't need to be right down the middle for it to be a strike. That was on the upper edge of the zone. It's a strike. 0-2 the count, 1 gone. And the pitch to Minzy. Called strike 3. Fastball, inside edge. Minzy didn't like it. Stood there for a moment, said something, and now walks back to the dugout. 2 gone, bases empty, top of 8. 3-1 Eastern Michigan with the lead. It is up to Spencer Harbert now in the 8th. 3-1 Eastern. First one to him is low. Harbert 1 for 2. So Roush and Harbert have the 2 hits. Chittum brings it home. Pumps in a fastball strike. Split the plate in half at the hollow of the knee. It's a good pitch. 1-1. He works quickly with the bases empty. That misses low. 2-1. Tan Mitt raises, drops it, brings it home, low. 3-1 the count. On deck is Alex Finney. Ohio down by 2 in the 8th on the road. And the pitch. Well outside. Fastball way wide in the left-handed box. And so that's a 2-out walk. Here's Alex Finney, who is 0 for 3 today. He brought in the lone run on a ground out on a really good play at third by Will Oberg, who also today, Oberg is 2 for 3. Open stance, Finney. Rests the bat on his right shoulder. And we'll see if Harbert would be in any kind of motion here with 2 gone. Down by 2. So it's going to need to be more than just him. But down 3-1, you can't tie the game unless you get to 2 runs first. The pitch to Finney. Good pitch on the outside edge. He thought about offering at it. Didn't. 0-1. 2 gone here in the 8th. There's hitting room in right center. Center fielder Easter just to the left of straightaway center. Finney wears 15. Here it is from Chittum on 0-1. Up and in. Bent back from it. 1-1. Shadow out to the base of the script E behind home plate. Tight confines here. Dugouts real close to the plate. Intimate atmosphere for sure. 1-1 pitch. Popped up foul. First base side out of play. 2 strikes and a ball on Alex Finney. Baseball is an amazing game, though, because Ohio scored 100 runs on 1,000 hits, and today 1 run on 2 hits. You just never know. And this against guys that haven't worked all that much. The pitch, fly ball foul, first base side out of play. Even if Ohio doesn't come back here and win this one, it's obviously a productive weekend. It's a series win. And it would be Ohio's second when Ohio only had 1 series victory last year, and it was against these guys. 1-2 pitch coming, runner at first, 2 gone, swing and a miss. Elevated breaker about shoulder high, was outside and up, and he couldn't hit it. Chittum made the pitch. Ohio strands a runner. We head to the bottom of the 8th. EMU 3, OU 1, presented by Hugh White. This is Bobcat Baseball. Chase Harris back out there for Ohio after Brendan Roeder started the ball game. 3-1 Eastern Michigan, bottom of the 8th, presented by Hugh White. There is activity in Ohio's bullpen in the right field corner. Bobcats down to their final 3 outs, and Harris will try to keep it as a 3-1 score. Will Oberg leads it off. He's had a good day. 2 for 3, and he plays a good third base. And the pitch, hit on the ground to his counterpart. Backhand pickup, Casper Bauer looked it all the way into the mitt, got the handle on it, and threw to first in time for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Taylor Hopkins, who's 0 for 2 today. Ohio out hit 11-2. If you're thinking about the Bobcat ninth, it's Richardson, Baker, and Dolan scheduled. 7, 8, and 9. First one from Harris to the left-handed hitting Hopkins is up and away. But called a strike. It is 0-1. Hopkins 0 for 2 today. And the pitch. Called a strike at the inside edge. 0-2. Hopkins wears those spikes that can't really tell if that's dirt or if they're yellow or orange or whatever. Silver bat, though, on the pitch. Swings and misses. Strike 3. That moved about 3 times up and around the bat. It was like a Bugs Bunny breaking ball from Chase Harris. Back to Shane Easter, top of the lineup. 2 gone, bases clear. Ohio down 3-1. Chase Harris has walked 1, struck out 3, allowed 2 hits, but an inning of 2/3 of effective relief. Right on right in the pitch. He reached back for extra on a fastball, emptying out the tank, gets a strike. It is 0-1. Midweek, Morehead State. Next weekend, Canisius. Doubleheader in Athens. Student broadcast. Harris brings it home. Bouncing ball to short. Dolan charges. Belt high hop. Throws on the run. Got him. That's a 1-2-3 rack in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chase Harris did his job to keep it at 3-1. Can the Cats come back in the 9th? 3-1 Eastern Michigan. Last call for the Cats. This is Bobcat Baseball. Ninth inning of Bobcat baseball on the road in Ypsilanti today at Eastern Michigan with the Bobcats down 3-1 as we go to the 9th. Is presented by CareSource. Individual and family insurance. CareSource covered with kindness. Rob Cornelius gives the CareSource keys to the game every basketball and football game, and he'd tell you that the key to this inning is scoring 2 runs at least. Ohio's down by 2, 3-1. Nick Chittum back on the bump. Michael Richardson at the plate. Richardson today 0 for 2, right on right, and the first one missed. It is 1-0. 3-11-0 for Eastern Michigan, 1-2-0 for Ohio. Chittum works quickly. Richardson with the red bat takes inside. It is 2-0. Cats going to have to come back here to get 2 at least to tie this ball game. Trying to sweep Eastern Michigan, and coming back to do it would be incredibly impressive. Ohio's run came in the 6th. 2-0 pitch coming. Richardson takes, low and away. 3-0 the count. They're working in the Eastern bullpen. Chittum, the second pitcher for the Eagles today. 3-0 offering. Low, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to start off the top of the 9th inning. Here's Cale Baker. Baker's homered twice in this series. His 2 homers this year have come here. A long one here would tie the game at 3. Ohio scored 39 runs in this series. Down by 2 right now in the 9th. Right on right. Baker 0 for 1 today. Takes a strike. That's the first strike that Chittum has thrown in this inning. It's 0-1. 2 schools that have been to the College World Series in their program's history. Here it is from Chittum. Up and away, barely. It is 1-1. That really wasn't that bad of a pitch. Count level at a ball and a strike. There's activity in Ohio's bullpen. Chittum for Cale Baker. Hit the spot, outside edge. It's a strike. 2 strikes and a ball on Cale. Eight man in Ohio's lineup who did walk earlier. Nick Dolan on deck. On at first, Richardson with a decent lead. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just blew it past him. Maybe outer third, belt high. 1 gone in the 9th. Here's Nick Dolan, who is 0 for 2 today. And it's not as if Ohio hasn't had chances. There have been 7 walks by Eastern Michigan pitching. Ohio's left 8. Right on right here, Ohio's shortstop Dolan takes a strike. Swerved back into the zone. Started off at the left hip of Dolan and crossed across the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Richardson with the lead at first. And the pitch. Nick swings and flies this to left. This ball has carry. It's going to drift back but stay in the park. Caught by Kirk in front of the track, maybe about 10 feet. Launch angle was great, but just not enough pop on that one from Nick Dolan. And it comes down to Isaiah Peterson. You could tell the sound of it. It just didn't sound like it was struck with the same sort of pop that you would hear from a home run shot. Peterson today 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Bobcats down to their final bullet. Ohio down 3-1. Mighty cut fouled back to the screen by Pete. Ohio with just 2 hits today. That's the amazing thing about baseball. Ohio's so good offensively in the first 3 games of the series. 12, 12, and 14 runs. 1 today, and it came on a ground out. 0-1 to Peterson, way high. 1-1. No matter what, a productive inning. A productive weekend. Productive inning would be nice to tie it. Right on left in the pitch. Fly ball foul, third base side out of play, and Ohio is down to its final strike. One and 2 the count. Peterson's not going to have a whole lot of 0 for 5 efforts. Number 5 standing in. Chittum brings it home. Up and away. Two and 2. They are not holding Richardson on, and so he could take second if he'd like. 2 strikes. He's got a decent lead over there. Swing and a pop-up. This is in the left. This ball has carry, but it's going to stay in the park. Kirk is there. Makes the head-high squeeze for the final out of the game. And Ohio loses to Eastern Michigan 3-1. Line score in the contest for EMU, 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Eagles left 10. For Ohio, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Ohio left 9. Winning pitcher for Eastern Michigan, Russo. Losing pitcher, Roeder, though he didn't pitch poorly, and Chase Harris was really good out of Ohio's pen. Bobcats scored 38 runs in the first 3 games of the series, and they have 1 run today. The Cats lose 3-1. Ohio is now 16-16 on the year and 10-10 in the Mid-American Conference. Eastern Michigan is now 14-19 and 10-10 in the MAC. Ohio plays a midweek on Tuesday at Morehead State before Canisius at home next weekend. Student broadcast of the home games against Canisius on Saturday. I'll rejoin you in Oxford in a couple of weekends. Bobcat Baseball on the Radio presented by McDonald's, People's Bank, Union Street Diner, Go-Mart, Steak and Shake, Integrated Services, Qdoba, Hugh White, and CareSource. Ohio won games 1, 2, and 3. Ohio loses 3-1 to Eastern Michigan.